Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the Lock Boss show and giveaway. Here we actually, as we're going to go live here, actually for whatever reason, had our internet go down. Now, good news is that we have 3 different internets and networks in the building here, and so I just had to get it all switched over, and it looks like the other one went down again itself here. But anyways, really happy to be here with you, and really looking forward to today's show. But first and foremost, how is everybody doing? What is going on? I tell you what, it's been an absolute beautiful day over here in Hayden, Idaho, and all in all, just really excited to be here with you. Excited for some nice weather outside. And yeah, all things are good as long as the internet's working, right? But anyways, let me know how you are doing in the comments. And Julio, with whatever internet problems we had, please tell me that you're out there while I take my first sip of a nice and cold Topo Chico. So, of course, cheers to all you out there drinking a Topo or your favorite beverage of choice. So, cheers. Julio, I like it. All right, you got we got some more stuff going on. Okay. Oh man, I really hope everyone is doing good out there. Good to see all of you in the comments. All right. Now, remember, if you're enjoying the show and you want more where that came from, you can always head on over after the show's over here, over to our friend Jimmy J, the Iowa Lock Docs Discord. All right. So check out the link you'll see in the comment section, and you can head on over there. Afterwards, you can video chat, you can voice chat. There's a whole forum. You can ask questions, do different stuff. So if you want to do that, you are more than welcome. So remember, if you're watching, you are welcome. All right. So yeah, that's what we got going on there. I will be heading over there myself as soon as the show is over and hang out for a little bit. It was so awesome. Last week, there was so much conversation going on that I was in for quite a while, but never, I hardly got to talk at all because so many awesome friendships and things have occurred. And there was a few important things people were talking about. Really, really awesome to see. So, and now remember, if you are liking the live, go ahead and hit the like button if you'd like. I like what PAX Access Control says. Don't forget to click the like. So thank you all who are here. Now I do have, I hear a Lishi question about the new Lishi. I know I completely spaced that last week, but guess what? I did remember, and you'll be happier with what I'm about to show you here in just a few minutes. But all right, so I'll tell you what, in today's show, we're going to be doing a few things here, okay? First and foremost, we'll be talking about the new Lishi that's out. And then we're going to be talking about the Kwikset Smart Key Cube. All right. We're going to be doing some demonstration. We're going to be having some fun. And I'm looking forward to not only showing it, but kind of answering your questions live as we kind of go through it. So, man, without being said, how fun was that last week, though, really quick? Last week having Michael on and my dad, it was really fun to I don't know how you guys are with this, but being able to talk to someone who knew my dad, as a young man in his early 20s, it's just fun to ask questions, and talk about it and all that sort of stuff. So I really, of course, really enjoyed that. And Michael, if you're here, thanks for coming on. All right. Well, hey, with that being said, let's go ahead. Julio, if you're out there with the slides, here we go. It's season 4.13. And here we go. Okay, first and foremost, check this out. So Mike E sent us some really cool pictures of a Medico M3 cutaway lock. I mean, this sucker is big. Now, I put a couple pictures on here, but if you haven't got to take a look at these, go to like Instagram or Instagram or Facebook. You can see kind of all of them. But I absolutely love that, how big it is. And it's kind of a cutaway also on the side. And I have never got to use one of these in person, but I really look forward to one day kind of playing with it, putting the key in and turning it. I'm like, man, how heavy? I'm guessing it's plastic is what we're kind of looking at, right? How many of you out there have ever gotten to see or use one of these in real life? So, and I know, this is something that my dad, has wanted to see one, has wanted one of these for one of his shops for a long time. I know that. But yeah, well, Mikey, thank you for sending that in. I'm also curious, Mike, how did you get that? Just curious. I know I see you guys making fun of me about not knowing who, for me not knowing who Dean Martin is. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But all right, let's keep it going here. Okay, what's the Lock Boss prizes this week? And so here at the end of the video, we're going to be drawing 9 Lock Boss winners, and you each are going to win a Kwikset Smart Key Cube. All right, so how do you win? That's a good question. I'm glad you asked. You just want to, in the chat right now, while we're live, drop the hashtag LockBoss during the live show to enter, and then winners will be picked live at the end using our hashtag picker. So now, of course, and if we could show the screen, how many entries do we have at the moment? And then along with that, let's see here, 66 at the moment. And is what happens here. Okay, you can put hashtag LockBoss in as many times as you want, and it won't, it's only one entry per user. All right, so we have 68 now. Keep putting that in there if you want to win one, of course. And on this one, we're going to give you 2 codes. One is going to be for the Smart Cube, and then the other one will be for free shipping too. So you'll have, you should have 0 out of pocket, unless maybe, yeah, I think it'll be at everything. Yeah, so it should be great. But yeah, so that's how it's going to work. And so if you've been wanting one of these Kwikset Smart Keys, which are cubes, which are pretty cool, we'll be going over here in just a few minutes. Well, then, man, I hope you win. So we'll be doing 9 of those today. All right, Julio, if we go to the next slide here. Okay, now, as you know, there is a new Ford Lishi out. This is on the HU 198. It's a 4-depth P series. And now this one's new, and I wanted to make sure I could hook you guys up, which I said I was going to do last week. I was going to give you $10 off. I forgot, so I figured we better go to $15. All right, so there's that code. I even made that code for you, Lishi, or LISH 154U. All right, and is what that'll do is give you $15 off one of these. All right, so our we should have ours in the next week or so. Okay, they'll be arriving, maybe sooner. I forgot to check the tracking number before I hopped on live here, but if that's one of those that you've been waiting and wanting a little discount on one of these new Lishis, here you go. So it'll be really helpful for a lot of people out there. But yeah, all right. So hey, just remember that, screenshot this if you need it. Now, I just put a select number of coupons out there. So when they're gone, they're gone. But I did quite a few of them. So they should be working unless someone orders an absolute ton of them. But anyways, all right. Let's go to the next screen here. All right, so today we're going to be going over the Kwikset Smart Key Reset and Decoder Cube. Now, I just want to let's just talk through this a little bit. Like, where is this decoder cube and reset cube like helpful, and where is it not helpful? All right. So let's first start there. Now, if if you're on the outside of a door and it's a Kwikset Smart Key and there's no key, this tool is not going to help you. All right. You're going to want to use their scope. But if the lock is off the door, or if you're on the inside of a door and someone just doesn't have a key and you either need to decode a key or you need to just reset it, this is a really, really awesome tool that is really worth its weight for sure, because it's not heavy at all. But so with that being said, I'm going to pop up my other camera screen here, and we're going to do a little bit of a live demo, and I have a little fun story for you as well. All right, let me move my glasses here. Hopefully I don't need them. All right. Now, is what I got here for you is a Kwikset deadbolt. When I see this, I don't know about you guys, but I always think of a Wiser power bolt. All right, now let me see here. It looks like my internet might be a little weird. Let's just double check here. All right, oh man. Let's see. All right. I think we're back. Still great. All right, let's see here. Am I back? Man, this is... This... All right. Fair enough, Julio. Can you, all right, can you guys, all right. Hopefully, can you guys hear me at all? Or let me see if, okay, hold on here. Oh, okay. Sweet. All right. Hey guys, so sorry. Wow. Not what I was expecting, but I guess we got to do one camera at the moment. Our internet is not favorable at the moment. So with that being said, let's keep it going here. So, all right, before the internet interrupted me, I was talking about this Kwikset lock here. Fun little story for you. First of all, how many of you out there does this remind you of a Kwikset or a Wiser power bolt? I don't know why, but when I see this, I just think Wiser power bolt. But anyways, we ended up having someone return this to us. All right. And keys were included. But guess what? The keys don't work. The funnier part is that we do not sell this. So kind of weird. But anyways, I digress. Moving on. So is what we want to do here is when you have access to the inside of a door or you have the lock off, using this Kwikset Smart Cube here is absolutely amazing, and I'm excited to show it to you guys. So first and foremost, on the back of these cylinders here, okay, I'm going to zoom in here a little more, is you're going to be able to see this little clip on the back, all right? See this little clip? You can see the two prongs here, and you got to take it off. So let's just get those moved out. I'm just going to take that off. All right, I'm just going to set that off to the side. And then the plug is going to come out like this. Now, let's kind of go over the cube here. And it's kind of cool how it works. You can see the little decoder is trapped in there, and it uses the resetter to keep it locked in so you don't lose it. All right. And so, yes, these do work on generation 5. Right now, they work on all of the generations of it. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take this out. And I'm sure if you have any experience with the smart keys, you can see this obviously looks like this is the reset tool. And this is just like a little fancy resetter. The main purpose of this is it kind of locks it all in. This does here. But anyways, I'm just going to set this aside here. Let's see. Let's want to make sure. Okay. All right, so in order to, and then we'll pull out the little decoder tool here. So the first thing that we want to do here is decode this lock, right? There's a lot of applications that maybe there's a bunch of these. Maybe the house has 2 or 3 of them on it, and you don't want to have to pull all of them off the door. And so you can easily just decode one and then, just take the key to the other locks and open it. And then reset it, of course. But so let's talk about how you decode it here. And as what you can see, there's a decode side here. Switching around, you can see it there. Okay, so the decode side is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here, and then it's only going to fit in one way like that. And one of the most important things is when you put it in the decode here, and let me try to get the camera just perfect. Now I'm just going to, with my fingers here, or let me just kind of put like a key in just a little bit. And is what I'm going to do is I'm going to rock this back and forth. And as you can see, the sidebar right there, there we go. See that now the sidebar is down. Now the sidebar is up. The sidebar is down. The sidebar is up. So what we want to do is put it right there in the middle. Okay. So I want to make sure that's in the middle there. And then this is your decoder here. And you can see there's 6 dots on this. See those 6 dots? Each one of those represent is a depth. So is what we're going to do here is we're going to put this in. Okay, I'm going to turn it sideways so you can see. I'm going to put this in here. All right. And you're just going to try to get it set. Make sure that sidebar is in the middle like it is. And I'm just going to get it put in here just like that. And as you can see, it looks like there's only one beneath it. Yep. Okay. So what you want to do is count. Now, man, I tell you what, I kind of need glasses to do this, but if I'm just going to use my tool here and count, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can see 5 holes, which means that we're currently decoding this as a 5 depth. All right. So on my pad here, I'm just going to write a 5. Okay. And let me get that in focus. There we go. All right. So I got a 5 written up here. You see that's in the middle. And then it's going to go to the second one. We're going to put it in there. Okay. Now, something that I've experienced a lot, and I hope you can kind of see this, is you can almost see, let me grab this right there, is like you almost can see like a half hole. But if you just push it in a little, you can see it. You can see it kind of go away here. Let me get this back in. Get it there. Okay. So if I put it here and hold it, so you can kind of see that little half. Don't count. Don't count the half. Just count the full. Okay. So you can see here that there's 3. You see that there? Let me move it a little bit. There's 3 right there. All right, make sure you can see that. All right, so we're going to put a 3 down. We're going to go to the next one. Get it set. Now, once again, for me, let me get it so you can see it and quit messing, get the focus in, is so there's 2. All right, but when I turn it a little, see how you can see a little bit of that third one right there? I just want to make sure you see that. Yeah, you can see it pretty good right there. Don't worry about that. Just go for the holes, right? And just push down a little bit and you'll see it seat in there really nice. So that's a 2. All right, that's a 2. Let's go on to the 4th. All right. You get it so you can see it there. You can see that there's a 3 of them right there. See those 3? All right. So the next one's going to be a 3. And let's go to the last one here. All right. Let's look at those. See that right there? Let me grab my tool here. I'm just going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm getting there is a 4. Let me turn it a little sideways there. Hopefully you can see that really nice. All right. So that last one's a 4. All right, so according to this little guy here, we can see that with the depths on here, we can see that we got it 5, 3, 2, 3, 4. All right, and at this point, let's cut a key and let's see if it works here. All right, so I got a blank right here, and then let me dare I zoom the camera out. Let me pull my blue punch here. Let's put a key in. All right, let me move it so you can see it a little bit. All right, so we're set in there. So we're going to go 5, 3, 2. 3, 4. All right. Here is our key. Zoom this in here a little bit. Let's give it a try. All right, there we go. So you can see, so that is how you are going to decode a Kwikset Smart Key using this little tool with the cube. All right. And by the way, you can tell this is it's 3D printed here. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead now and let's reset it. Okay, so maybe we had to get this code right here, and we had to, we could turn all the other locks over, then we could reset it, and then reset it from that point. but let's just pretend that all we need to do, we added it off the door. All we need to do is reset it here. So we're going to use the same tube here, but we're going to flip it upside down. And we're going to turn this plug upside down. So let me kind of get it positioned. Okay, so I want to see that there, and then you can see it. All right, so I have it upside down here. And essentially is what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this tool in, and we're going to put it in, and we're going to push the sidebar in, and we're going to flip this over, and we're going to reset it. All right, so is what we're going to do here. As you can see, I'm just going to move this over like this. All right. Let me get it at a position that I think both of us we can all see here. Now, when I just get it in here and see how I go to push and I can't get it pushed in. Okay, it's kind of firm. You want it spongy. Oh, there you go. See it spongy right there? That's perfect. Now, you have to play with it a little bit. So I turn this around a little bit, turn it. You kind of want it right there in the center. And let me get it spongy again. All right. So I got it pushed in. Okay. Now this is important. I want you to look right there at that sidebar. Okay. Hopefully you can see it good. It's pushed in. That sidebar is pushed in all the way, and it wasn't before. And is what we have to do now is we're going to have to take, I'm just going to take a screwdriver. Is what I'm going to do is I'm going to push down on the sidebar here, and I'm going to remove that. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and I see it's out of focus a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it. Let me see here. Sorry about that here. Hold on here. I may have to. Oops. Now let me do it again. I apologize there. Let's get it back in here and get it done. All right. So, okay. So I got it in there. See if I can keep the camera in focus this time. I think it's hard for me to keep the in focus there. All right. So we got it there. And we're just going to turn it. Now is what I'm turning it towards. All right. There we go. So I'm turning it towards this line here. So what I was doing, I was actually just putting too much pressure on it when I was turning it there. So we're going to turn it a little bit. We're going to turn it the rest of the way with my hand here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it aligned like that. Okay, so that's the line we have to have it to reset it. So at this point, we just take our little resetter. Now you can use any resetter for this. You're going to push it in. You're going to hear the little snap. All right. Set this aside now. And where's these OEM keys? So this is the key that came with it that didn't work it, right? So now we're just going to put it in here and we're just going to reset it like that. So now it's perfectly reset and it's good to go here. There we go. All right, so got that out. Now, of course, the old key no longer works. The new key does. So that's how you reset it there. And yeah, let's try that again, and let me try to do it a little more smooth this time. All right. I didn't like that. It was a little bumpy there for me. And I'm not really liking that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the reset side. We're going to stick it in upside down like that. We're going to put our tool in. Okay. We're going to go over to the sidebar side here. We want to find that sponge. Nope. So it's hard right now. It's hard, 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 hard. There we go. Nice and spongy. So we got that put in there. Now we got to grab something. You can use whatever you like. And by the way, if you have a tip on what you like to use for this part, let me know. I was trying to use earlier, and in the past, this tool right here. So I can put it on. Let me try it again. Okay. So got that out. Got that held. And then we just got to turn it here. Oop. Nope. Popped it out again there. Let's get it right here. There we go. All right. Now I'm not going to talk this time, and I'm just going to work on doing it here. All right. So I'm just going to get it put in there. There we go. All right. Sometimes the trick is not talking. Anyways, all right. So I just moved it to the line straight ahead here. Of course, you can take it out or whatever you want at this point and put the reset in. All right. Now let's just reset it back to this key. Like that. There you go. So that's how you do it. So at this point then, right, we're ready to put it back together. So we're just going to put this in. We'll flip it around, grab our clip, put it back on there. Just make sure it's nice and tight. There we go. There we go. So that is how you use the Kwikset Reset Cube. All right, pretty cool. Now, admittedly, the reset part is not revolutionary, right? Like that's not that big of a deal, but I really do find this little decoder here pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. And, you know, just make sure if you have eyes that, used to be a little better than they are today, you know, make sure you're using something like this tool here or something so you can count it and make it easy. But pretty cool tool. Now let's put it all back together here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the decoder in. I'm then going to take the reset tool and I'm going to put it on here like so. I'm going to put it back together here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to push it. You're hearing a little snap. All right, so when that happens, look, it's not going to fall out. You can see right there. You can see right here the decoder tool right in there, and it's not going to come out because of the reset bars holding it in. So it's pretty cool like that. Nice, secure, pretty awesome. But anyway, so this is the KW1 decode reset tool by LockTech. A couple things. It does come with the instructions here, but if you have any experience with it, it's pretty cool. But I really love the decoder part. And then Julio here. Actually, let me switch back over here. All right, everybody. So yeah, so that is the Kwikset recorder tool. I tell you what, a little technical difficulties on that. I tell you, we do have 3 internets in the building. That's the fun part. 3 internets. Still, sometimes we have internet problems. Such a bummer. It's been a while though since we've had a live with internet problems, I believe. But yeah, so you know, for those of you who currently own one of these tools, like you find it pretty helpful. If you have any examples of how you've used it, love for you to comment on it a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to see what you think on that. But yeah, just kind of want to show that to you. And yeah, I'm seeing some of the comments here. Let's see. Yeah, autograph that cube. Let's see. Sushi, what's up? Says, no offense with this comment. Uh-oh. Bracing for impact. No, it's all good. It says, but I was interested in this a little over a year ago. Now, not so much. Cheaper and easier ways to even decode the cut. Very interesting. Hey, thanks for the feedback. No offense taken over here on my end. But what are the cheaper ways? Come on now. You can't be telling us there's cheaper ways and not letting us know what they are, right? But all right, let's go to another one here. Let's see. Guy at work duplicated my beta resetter on a flat steel. Okay, yeah. For the and definitely, you know, without a doubt, the reset feature of the cube is it's not revolutionary, right? There's several different ways you can do it. This is just an example of how this one works. So it's been actually very popular. It's been a very popular tool. But let's see here. I like Lowell says, I reset by hand. Yeah, you definitely can do. Here's a user, Depot Locksmith. What is up? Says, it is cool. Got used to it. Cumbersome at first. Let's see here. I have live a little and take the bad boy apart in the back of the van and reset it. Yes. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I decode with my eye with the key blank. Yeah, actually, let me no, I better not. Well, I wouldn't want to mess the cameras up. But yeah, so you can essentially take that out and put a key in, and I don't know, it's kind of like old school GM6 cut decoding, right? You pick it until the sidebar goes in, and then with like a rubber band on the sidebar. And then at that point, you can decode it, same type of thing. My dad, by the way, is like a legend at that. I'm sure many of you are too. Let's see here. Oh, Sushi, what's up? Says, if you're familiar with a smart key cylinder, you can see the top of each one of those little bars as well as the bottom. There's only 6 possible cut positions. Yeah, absolutely. Mike, what's up? Says, I take an uncut blank and stick it in and visually decode the cuts. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. Do we risk it here? Yeah, why not? Let's risk it. Let's risk it. That's a good point, you guys. I should have showed that. Let me take this off here, and I'm going to move the camera over, and let's just kind of talk through that. We've already, let me see. All right. So, all right. Am I froze again? Yeah, let's get rid of that. All right. Uh-oh. Let's not do that. All right. Let's not. All right, are we back? All right. All right. You know what? I not a good idea. We won't do that. Anyways, I'll just put a blank key in here, just try to explain it to you really quick, and then we'll get on with it here. But when you stick a blank in and you look at these little holes here, you're going to be able to see the little pins sticking up, and you'll be able to either sight depth, or you could use a set of space and depth keys actually to decode it as well. So good comments. By the way, good comments on that. Pretty awesome. And like I said, I regret trying to switch the camera on that, but hopefully you know what I mean. If not, at some point when the internet is better, I will show you both of those. And last one here, it says, yes, exactly. You can tell what bar is lined up perfectly for the cylinder to turn. All you got to do is test it. Easy to decode. I'm not saying it's fast. I'm saying it's cheaper and easier. I like it. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Sushi. All right. But anyways, with that being said, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. Hopefully the internet, I tell you what, but no. Still fun, and I got my fingers dirty. So that isn't that all that counts. But no. Anyways, all right. Well, hey, let's get on. Let's take a look at the hashtag tracker. How many people we got entered in right now? We have 100 entries. So if you are wanting one of these Kwikset decoder cubes, and you want to win one, well, I tell you what. All you got to do is drop a hashtag lockboss in, and 9 people here in just a minute are going to be winning one. All right, there we go. 102. You know, I was thinking about that actually. Oops, here it is. Time for Starlink upgrade. You know, I was actually really thinking about this. It seems I probably should. I mean, I'm already paying for 3 internet services. So what would one more be, right? Well, what would one more be? And then if Starlink is actually as good as, you know, I've never used it before, but if it actually has the business upload speeds and all of that, it would be a very good option for us here, huh? Do you think I could get Julio to install the Starlink satellite on the top of the building over here, off to the side? Do we think we get Julio to do that? It'd be kind of fun to watch. Let's see here. Oh, what? Julio's not liking that, I guess. I guess Julio, yeah, not happening. But let's see here. Robert Kalk Jr., what's up, says only those that like the video have a chance to win. Actually, not the case, Robert. Just put in the hashtag LockBoss, and that's how you get entered to win. The tracker, this tracker we use by StreamYard, does all of the calculations, the randomness of it, and it is not tied to the like button. But if you wanted to hit the like button, that's cool also. That's cool also. But let's see here. All right, let's see here. Have Billy install it. Okay, yeah. Hey, maybe Billy and Julio together could be installing the Starlink. I guess the only downside is if I had Billy and Julio install the Starlink and it didn't work, that probably wouldn't be very good, would it? Probably wouldn't be very good. But anyways, all right. Well, hey, let's get on into the winners here. All right. We're choosing 9 of them, and all 9 of you are going to get one of these Kwikset cubes. Okay. And remember, we're going to give you 2 codes, one for the free tool and then one for shipping, and you're going to be hooked up. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. Julio, if you're around, go ahead and let's do number 1 here. Let's see. Mark DeBarge, 9522. Congratulations. Here we go. Let's go to number 2. Let's see who winner number 2 is. Sam 21S. Congratulations. All right, let's go for number 3. Let's see. XSAGEO. Congratulations. And Julio, you are killing that. You are killing it on the sounds today. I like it. All right, let's go to winner number 4 here. Let's see. Let's see. Depot Locksmith. Congratulations. I like it. All right, let's go to number 5. Here we go. DJ Parrot. Congratulations. All right, number 6. Let's see. Julio's on it. Hey, Vernon Doloff, 3249. Congrats. Very cool. All right, let's move on over to winner number 7. Here we go. Oh, Mofo 78786. I like it. Nice username. Oh man, here we go. Let's go to winner number 8. Let's see winner number 8. Bill Gray 7914. I like it. I like it. Congrats, Bill. And all right, so this is the last one. Last but not least, number 9. As long as my maths, I've been making marks here to make sure I got them here. This is number 9. It's number 9. Let's see who it is. Jeff Hartzell, G7H. Jeff, hey, man, I haven't talked to you for a while. It's been a minute. I remember years and years ago talking to you on the phone, but I hope you are doing well. So good stuff. All right. All right, there we go. That's winners. Okay, so that was the 9 winners. Now, if you're watching with us live still, or if you see this later, you want to make sure you email us at sales@clksupplies.com, and we'll send you the coupon codes for you. All right. All right, there we go. So very cool, guys. Well, hey, that is the show this week. Thank you all so much for being here. Sorry for those technical difficulties. You know, want to know what the funny part about all of that is, though? You know, here as running the show, is I actually started prepping the camera. This is a new camera setup I got going on here today, and I started prepping it about 1:30 our time for 4 o'clock. And man, everything was just perfect. And but you know what? Sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's harder. But I tell you what, it's been fun being here with you. And you know, just recently, my dad texted me and solved the problem. It's been kind of a mystery for us. I don't know if it's been a mystery for you, but I'm hoping either next week or the week after, I'm going to get him on. You know, we have to get this camera thing figured out. But once we get this camera thing figured out, I want to make sure he comes on, and I'm going to have him actually explain it. So it'll be pretty cool. Now, remember, if you're watching and you're like, hey, I had a lot of fun. I want maybe more. Maybe we should just hang out for a little bit. Good news for you. You can come to the Jimmy J's Discord for the after party. You can hang out, a lot of wonderful, like-minded people. And I'll be hopping on here just in a few minutes. Internet working, hopefully. But no, well, because I can, at least with my phone, I'll do 5G if it's not good. But anyways, hey, thank you all for being here. Thank you for the comments. Thanks for all the extra little tips and tricks, right? Like, it's really the beauty of the Lock Boss community, right? I'm here. I'm talking about this little green cube. You all are bringing additional information. Maybe you can't afford a cube, didn't win one. Here's other options. You should, you know, as people who work with locks and keys, one of the things we should know is several ways how to do things. And I tell you what, it's pretty cool. And thank you, Sushi and others, for sharing your knowledge with everybody. So I appreciate it. But anyways, with that being said, Julio, do we have a little bit of music we can play as we get going on here? Of course. I hope you all have a wonderful and safe Tuesday evening. Maybe we'll see you here in a few minutes in the after party. Maybe we'll see you next week. Either way, until then, y'all have a wonderful and safe evening. And see you next time, all right? Y'all take care.